so sad, the tears are in your eyes. Come on and come to me now. Don't be ashamed to cry. Let me see you through, 'cause I've seen the dark side too. And when the night falls on you, you don't know what to do. Nothing you confess will make me love you less. I stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you.
Well, it's Chords and Coffee, and with me this morning I have my lovely bride, Miss Jessica. Say hello to the people.
Hello, people.
And I'm going to pour coffee. Fun fact, Jessica hates coffee. Coffee as I know it, which is black coffee. Phil Robertson approved coffee. Can't even say it. But she don't like coffee.
I like bougie coffee.
Yeah, you like the stuff that like macchiato, chocolato, and
I like ice cream coffee.
ice cream coffee. So we're going to talk about this beautiful song called "I'll Stand By You." You know, I'll stand by you, baby, even though you don't like good coffee. That's right.
Thanks.
By the Pretenders, written by Chrissie Hynde, and maybe a couple other members of the band too. Comment below if you know who that is. It's a beautiful song. I didn't even know this song until we'd been married for a while, and then you were playing it, and I got to listen to this, and I was like, "This is a tricky little tune." There's some little surprise elements in there. It's got a key change. You know, if you're watching this in chronological order as the videos come out, we just did a video on "I'm So Tired of Being Alone," which is that beautiful Al Green song. And interestingly enough, that one also starts in the key of D, and then, no, that one starts in the key of C, then goes up to D, and then goes back. This one starts in D, then goes down to C. Did I do that right? I think so, yeah. So anyway, it's an interesting, this song is interesting because it's got a key change. It has a minor 5 chord in the chorus, which doesn't happen anywhere else in the song, just in the chorus, which is cool. It has some tricky time stuff in it. There's these little measures of 2/4 in there. So without further ado, let's jump in it. And Jess, feel free to comment as you like. And maybe if I sweet talk you, you'll try this coffee that I'm making right here. All right, here we go. So key of D, I'll stand by you. It starts off with this little simple beginning where you have D chord, just good old classic D chord. Index finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the G string. Ring finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the B. Middle finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the high E. Strum it from the D down. D, God bless America. And then to B minor. Now I'm going to do this B minor with my index finger. I'm going to have to make a bar. And this is good because these chords come up again. So there's a lot of return on investment here for learning these. Index finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the A, stretched all the way across, human capo style to the high E. Middle finger is going to be on the B string of the 3rd fret. Pinky is going to be on the D string, or excuse me, the G string of the 4th fret. And then ring finger is going to be on the 4th fret of the D. B minor. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 on that A. Let's just do a 1 finger A. Let's just do that because we're only there for 2 beats. So let's just go index finger on the D string of the 2nd fret, covering the G and the B. Don't worry about the high E. It's inconsequential at this time. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this G gets a full measure. 1, 2, 3, 4 beats, right? And I'm doing this with my middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E. I'm not really playing that. You could play that 2nd fret of the A, but I'm not really thinking about that right now. I'm just playing this one to do roots and 5s. And so I'm going to have my middle finger is going to kind of dampen that A string as it arches across. And then my middle finger is doing nothing except trying to stay out of trouble. And then the ring finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the B. And pinky is going to be on the 3rd fret of the high E. And then we hit that first verse. Regular low D chord, already played it. But then right after that, now on this minor 3, this F sharp minor, if you want to accentuate the melody, which whenever I'm playing something with you, I want to every now and then just kind of reinforce the melody, just to lift you up. You know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
Hey, I'm doing what I can. So index finger on the 2nd fret of the low E to the high E. Ring finger is going to be on the 4th fret of the A. Pinky because that's the note that you're singing, is going to be on the 5th fret of the high E. It's not that hard. And honestly, somehow it's easier psychologically because you know that note is in the melody. And then you come down to a G, that same G we just did a second ago. I'm not worried about the A string at all. Then this little tricky bit. And this thing, I play this all the time. It's just a great, it's a little Keith Richards kind of move. You know, that kind of thing, right? So this is going to be a D over A. I've got an open A string. I've got my ring finger. It's going to be on the 4th fret of the D. Index is going to be on the 2nd fret of the G. And then middle finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the B. I'm not playing the high E at all. And then I release that to that 1 finger A we did just a second ago. But then they want that A over C sharp to push you into the D in the next measure, like on beat 4, that, right? And all that is that it's that 1 finger A, but then you're just going to put your ring finger on the 4th fret of the A string. And then now you're back to D. Now you would think, old Chrissie, she's clever. I guess she came up with this. But you would think it would just be second verse, same as the first, but it's not. And if you actually look at the chord chart, they have this little move, and if you're not paying attention, you'll miss it. Right? So you hit that D for 2 beats, B minor, then F sharp minor, right? I use the regular F sharp minor in that case, just like I use the regular B minor, because it just sounds fine to me to not have to, because at this point, we're not as sparse as we were earlier in the song, where we were kind of flowing in like a little mist. Now we've transformed into a full-blown cloud, and the rain of the chorus is coming.
It's deep, babe.
Anyway, so you got this regular B minor like we already did, regular F sharp minor. Instead of putting your pinky on the high E, the 5th fret, just put it on the 4th fret of the D, the D string. Everything else is normal. Index on the 2nd fret of the low E to the high E, human capo. Middle finger kind of reinforces that. Ring finger's going to be on the 4th fret of the A. And then normal G like we just did a second ago, and then B minor, and then A. Now, at this point, you can go to regular F sharp minor. If you're playing this by your lonesome and you kind of want to open it up rhythmically to where it sounds a little more open than that, I do this. And what's nice about that is that you get these jangly strings, and if you don't dig in too hard, right, it kind of has a sense of we are escalating in momentum, right? And what I'm doing here is I'm making, and this is not in the original, okay? So this is my own sort of poetic license at this point. And this woman who's been married to me for so long knows that I do this a lot, okay? So anyway, middle finger on the 2nd fret. That was kind of, when you said yeah, it was almost like you were sad about it.
No.
But I learned to deal with it.
I love it. It brings spice.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. You're sweet. Middle finger on the 3rd fret, or 2nd fret of the low E, skipping the A, ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D, pinky on the 2nd fret of the G, open B, open E. It's really an F sharp 11 at this point. And then after that, I'm going to go to the B minor. A couple schools of thought we can slide all the way up here to the 7th fret using the exact same sheboying that we just used there. Middle finger on the 7th fret of the low E, skipping the A, ring finger on the 7th fret of the D, pinky on the 7th fret of the G, and then index, to make it a B minor 11, would be on the 5th fret of the B. But since that's already a B string anyway, you can leave it open and just cover those two and let that high E ring open, so it's like a B minor sus4, still kind of 11. It's actually, no, it is just a B minor 11. It's just got 2 B's instead of 2 E's. Yeah. You could do that, or you can come to this B minor that we did just a second ago, right? And so then, what made me feel you die? That's on the G. And then to this A, 1 finger A. And if you ever want that 1 finger A to have a little bit of sort of cherry on top, you can put your pinky there on the 5th fret of the high E, or lay it on the 5th fret of the E and the B, so you get a root and a 5. I'll stand by. Regular old D, and then B minor 7 this time. This is going to be index finger on the 2nd fret of the A all the way to the high E. We're almost done with chords, so stay with me. I know it's a lot, but we're almost done. Middle finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the B, and then your ring finger is going to be on the 4th fret of the D. Human capo is holding everything else down except for the pinky that's on the 5th fret of the high E. And then this. Ooh, that's nice. And that's that minor 5. That's that A minor 7 that's right there. So it's going to be index finger on the 1st fret of the B. Middle finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the D. Open G string, open A string, and then I feel like you're going to want that pinky on that G note, because having that melodic, and then eventually it's resolving to that, so you have that resolve of that sort of counter melody happening. Isn't that nice?
This.
Yeah. So after that, you've got this I'll stand by you. And I think that G, I say I think because I was just listening to it just a second ago to make sure that G happens on the word by, and then back to G. And that's it. Except it goes to a key change right there. F, G, now we're in the key C. So we key changed down. Mm-hmm. As a vocalist, is it hard to key change down? I always feel like it's easier to key change up. And like singing, like finding the next melody note as you're going down feels weird to me. But Al Green did it, and
he did.
Tired of Being Alone. And there's other songs that do it. Conway Twitty probably does it all the time. Yeah. That didn't feel weird to you?
You know, if I didn't know the song as well as I mean, I've been listening to it since the 90s. So,
came out in 1994. I was a senior in high school, and you were still in high school, right?
I graduated in 96, so
Part of the reason I didn't catch it the first time because I was listening to Guns N' Roses and grunge music, and so I was dialed in and very focused. You want to try a drink of this? Just a little sip. Jordan, see if you can zoom in on her reaction here. Here we go. She hates coffee, but maybe she likes this.
Would you like a cup of dirt?
Here we go.
I don't get it.
It's black. I don't even think it's Folgers. I think it's just like...
Ugh. I don't care if it's fancy.
It tastes powerful, though, doesn't it? Like, you can feel, like...
It tasted like I licked the bottom of my shoe.
Yeah, also known as endorphins and the will to survive. Okay, so then, after you hit the key of D, we're just going to hit a big old F, G, and I'm just going to do the classic bar chord F. This will come up again, index finger on the 1st fret, low E to high E, boom. Ring finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the A, pinky is going to be on the 3rd fret of the D, and then middle is going to be on the 2nd fret of the G. And then go back to that G that we did a second ago. Now we're in C. Index finger on the 1st fret of the B string, open G, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D, ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A. Da 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 da. E minor, the first chord you probably learned is going to be middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A, ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D, everything open. And then when it goes to the F here, you can either do that F there. Let's just do that, just to keep it simple. And then you're going to go to this grade. Why does that feel so good when you get to there? It just feels so good. And if you don't know this grip, you'll use this all the time now. This is technically C over G. You could call it something else. You could call it a G sus4, sus2, sus4, but it's C over G. It's going to be index finger on the 1st fret of the B. Pinky's going to be on the 3rd fret of the high E. You're going to have your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the D. And then your ring finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the low E. And by virtue of what your middle finger and your ring finger do, that A just gets muted. Then resolve that to the good old-fashioned G. But this time we're just doing a middle finger or a ring finger on the 3rd fret of the low E. Pinky's on the 3rd fret of the high E. Then the same way we went... Use that A over C sharp to push into that D. We're going to go G, and then put our middle finger down on the 2nd fret of the A. Same deal, going to that C. And then they got that same move. This time it's A minor to E minor. You know A minor, index finger on the B string in the 1st fret. Ring finger's going to be on the 2nd fret of G. Middle finger's on the 2nd fret of the D. Open A, open high E. And E minor we just did a second ago. And then da 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 da. I'm gonna do this F add 9. This is actually an easier F to make. It's the Jimi Hendrix F. That's the way I think about it.
Good F.
Index finger on the 1st fret of the B, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G, ring finger 3rd fret of the D, pinky on the high E string of the 3rd fret. And if you really want to take it to Hendrix land, put your thumb, that knuckle of your thumb, on the low E of the 1st fret. Hold it down. At first that feels awkward, but I promise you after a while that you'll be hooked, because sometimes you don't have enough thumb over there, so that thumb needs to reach up over there for that to work. And then this goes to G sus4, which is that same G we did a second ago with the pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E, index finger on the 1st fret of the B, but this time it's just the ring finger on the 3rd fret of the low E. I'll stand by you. Which is crazy that it just, poof, there's no setup for it. See, I even missed it. I was thinking we go to C, but there's no setup. We just go right back to the key of D, which is cool, because doesn't it feel like that's a new key, even though that's an old key? Mm-hmm. Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Old Chrissie. She was clever.
She was.
They used to call her Clever Chrissie. You know that? No. Anyway, we go back to the key of D, and it's all the same stuff as it was before. Nothing has changed. Everything is the same. One little caveat: when you get to the after that next chorus in the key of D, there's this little guitar solo moment where there's like this classic, which is like in a million songs. Signs. Remember Tesla redid it. It was originally 5-man. I think it was 5-man acoustic band or 5-man electric. I can't remember the original artist, but that little maneuver there comes up in tons of different, Thank You by Led Zeppelin, that little thing. All that is, make that D chord like we made just a second ago, but this time you're going to put your pinky on the 3rd fret at the high E and then take it off to resolve to the 2nd fret of the high E, and then take your high E off and then put it back down. Then it goes to B minor. Now when you do the B minor, you kind of have to make some choices here. The way I would do that is I would dampen that G with my index finger on the 2nd fret of the A going across that G string, and I'd have my ring finger on the 3rd fret of the B, and then just do that same little maneuver where my pinky, middle, open, back to middle, and then, so, whole thing. And then on this part, this is interesting. So what is that? We've done this G before in various different things, but here it is again. This is going to be index finger on the 3rd fret of the low E. Pinky is going to be on the 5th fret of the D. Middle is going to be on the 3rd fret of the B. And that's truly just a G5, it's just roots and fives. And then your ring finger is going to come down on the 4th fret of D while pinky comes off, making this G major 7 moment that's just brief. And then we got to switch to make this G6 moment. And when we switch, we're going to have our now middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E. Index finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the D. And then your open G string, and then your ring finger is going to be on the 3rd fret of the B. Sometimes I get turned around when I'm doing them that fast, but I hope that made sense. And take your index finger off, and then B minor, A. Now that truly is all the chords in the song. It's a great song.
It is.
What's your favorite part to sing on that?
Besides the whole thing, I love the bridge coming back in. Mm-hmm. I really love the top of every verse. She's talking to somebody.
Yeah, it's almost
real personable.
To me, it has a little bit of a spiritual connotation.
Yeah,
too.
it's really beautiful.
It's like there's elements of this that is it resonates beyond just human love. As you're playing this song, if you're like, man, I really love this song, but there's just there's just too many bar chords. It's just too many. There's that F sharp minor 11 that I gave you is a great one to use instead of F sharp minor. Also, this little B minor right here, where you have like a couple different ways you can think about it. A lot of times I'm doing it like this, index finger on the 2nd fret of the A, I'm skipping the D, middle finger is going to be on the 2nd fret of the G, and then pinky is going to be on the 3rd fret of the B. Okay, that B minor was B minor 7, but it's kind of B minor 11 too, because you got that E up top. Also, as you're playing this, and if you need a moment where I just kind of want it to be big on the last chorus, I'll go up to this D up here. And that's just going to be an open D string. If you hit the A, it's not the end of the world. But you're going to have your middle finger on the B string of the 10th fret. And your ring finger is going to be on the 11th fret of the G. And then open A, open D, open high E. So it's like a D sus2. That's a lot of chords. But that's a lot of song too. And it's beautiful.
It is.
And I'm so grateful that you took the time to come here and sing this with me.
Thanks for having me, babe. It was fun.
Absolutely. Well, we do this every Saturday morning. Jessica's not always here, but you never know when she might show up. Every Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Central Time, right here on YouTube. If you like this sort of thing, comment below. If I said something that wasn't right, or you have some further exposition that you would like, man, your comments fuel the fire of the next episode of Chords and Coffee. We are so grateful and we are so appreciative of your time. Thank you so much for watching. Keep living life the best you can with the guitar in your hand. We'll see you next week for another episode.
And when the night falls on you, baby, you're feeling all alone. You're wandering on your own. I'll stand by you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you, baby, even to your darkest hour, and I'll never desert you. I'll stand by you, I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by you. Won't let nobody hurt you. I'll stand by